Well, the sentencing phase for former HPD narcotics officer Gerald Goines has begun following his conviction on 2 counts of felony murder.
Goines was found guilty for his role in the fatal 2019 Harding Street raid that resulted in the deaths of Dennis Tuttle, Regina Nicholas, and their dog.
KPRC 2's Mario Diaz is at the Harris County Courthouse with an update on witness testimony from both sides. Mario.
Keith, Daniela, keep in mind, today was Gerald Goines' 61st birthday. No party, no kind of celebration. Instead, he spent it inside of that courtroom there, where for most of the day he heard people talk good about him as well as bad. This is part of what is called the sentencing process. After last week's conviction of guilt by this jury, he must now go before them through witnesses who will testify as to his character, hoping that they do not land him with a very big sentence, which is anticipated to come possibly by the end of this week. So today, what we had in terms of people who were supporting them was kind of surprising, because we saw the face of a familiar Houstonian, the former First Lady of Houston. This is Lanier. She is the wife of former Mayor Bob Lanier. She testified there along with her daughter, saying that Gerald Goines had been nothing but good for her family for decades. I spoke with 2 of our legal bench experts to talk with them about how impactful is this type of testimony from someone well known to Houstonians. How does a first lady from a few terms ago really factor into swaying a jury?
Yeah, so again, the inference is going to be that this is a prominent person that has seen all kinds of different people. They've worked their way up in society, and it just gives an impression on the jury. And you try to wow them with a celebrity factor and help them overlook maybe what's going on in the courtroom regarding other witnesses.
Does it work?
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the case. I would argue in this case that it's going to be difficult for that to work. It's a very serious case.
I mean, it is a little bit dramatic, you know. It is a little bit interesting. Somebody who is famous in Houston standing and saying, hey, no matter what this jury decide, I stand with Gerald Goines.
So you had Elise Lanier testifying there on behalf of Goines, and then on behalf of the Tuttle and Nicholas families, you had family members. And the most powerful on that side today was his son, Ryan Tuttle. We're talking about Dennis Tuttle's son. Very powerful testimony, telling the court and the jury, my father always was pro-cop. In fact, if he would have heard what took place in this trial and the things that were said about him, he'd be screaming that it was all not correct. So where do we stand now? Tomorrow the jury will get a presentation from both sides, similar to closing arguments. It will take place for about 30 minutes for both teams, and then they will be handed the information for deliberations, and at that point they will render how long Gerald Goines will be sent to a Texas prison. That's the very latest here in downtown. Mario Diaz, KPRC 2 News.
Thank you, Mario.